So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. The action has already started. Well, Fabio Cannavaro may not be a giant in physical terms, Jim, but his reputation, his presence are as imposing as they come.
Yeah, he's proved positive that being a top-class centre-half isn't all about physicality and height. You know, he's only 5'9", but he's imperious in the air. It just goes to show the importance of how he reads the game, the anticipation, the positioning.
Oh, super ball!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Can he get on the end of this? Azar. Cruyff. Cruyff will not want to... Cruyff! Cruyff! That is beyond words! About as smooth as it gets. Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
Number 6.
So the first moment of real significance.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Messi. And it's Cruyff. Brilliantly cut out. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And he's lost his man here. Now it's Rijkaard. He's in space and looking for options. And it's hoisted clear. That is ended up in no man's land. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. Now it's Inzaghi. All the way back. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. He's picked his way through. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Has a look and plays it forward.
Colorado Springs can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Azar. Now it's Azar. And he's there to belt it away. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Well seen. And the referee brings the first half to a close. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
I think on the whole the team linked up very well and has been organised, hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think. Something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Leading 1-0 at the break. Here we go again then.
Colorado Springs definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
Now it's Messi. Now it's Cruyff. Driving forward. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense.
Cruyff really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Davids did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Azar. Barcelona finding their passes. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Out for a throw. Rijkaard. He's had a shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. And they've got a throw. Pulls it back. Shoots!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Nice physical challenge. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message. This could backfire.
Picked out, it's Inzaghi! Now, who's going to be first to this?
Filippo Inzaghi really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And that has put paid to that. Here's Messi! And that would have won it.
Oh, what a stunning save. Absolutely tremendous, and he's kept his team in it.
Foot in. Oh, perfectly measured that. That's the keeper's ball.
Colorado Springs surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Looking to go deep. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. And we have our very first corner. And oh, he's got that completely wrong. Now it's Shevchenko.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. And this is Messi. Nicely weighted ball. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. There's the whistle, and here we go. Jim, how are you reading the formation?
Yeah, and the two wide players up front can make the system pretty much succeed or fail. They'll be quite flexible.
Takes a shot! It's bounced back off the post. Costa Curta. Now it's Messi. Very nicely done. It is a corner. And we have our very first corner. Oh, what a climb! He's missed, but not by that far.
Suarez is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Poorly directed kick from the keeper. He's given it away. Lahm. Cruyff.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and I'll add ambitious and adventurous.
In he goes again!
Colorado Springs definitely are on top of things in these early stages, Peter. If this is how they intend to go on, I think the opposition might see some trouble.
And it's Luis Suarez. He won't be happy with that one. Luis Suarez. Nice defending, physical and effective. Now it's Cruyff. And Cruyff! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Cruyff really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, easy pickings there. So still waiting for the first breakthrough here, but it has been a pretty open start.
Yeah, the tempo is strong and the game has flair and lots of potential for me.
Messi! They want to be quick to recover this. And the shot! Vieira, a player of legendary status. Taken back almost at once. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
And here's Suarez. That is good strength. And he has been fouled there. Vieira. He's in space and looking for options. And he gets rid in a hurry.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Luis Suarez can be a real threat inside the box. And the first half is done. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. And we are up to the break.
What a pleasant surprise to see how open this game is turning into. Just wondering if the two teams are going to keep doing what we've seen in the first half. I hope that a cautious aspect doesn't kick in.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. And the game has already resumed here.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Messi.
Messi really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And this is Luis Suarez. Best part of an hour and still no breakthrough from either side. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Now it's Luis Suarez. Xavi Alonso. No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. Back into the middle. Vieira. Robertson kept his eye on it, and he's there. Now that looks a decent ball. Messi is in a really good position out wide. Takes a shot! Messi. Brzezinski. Oh, he's found support out wide. Oh, that's well spotted. That is ended up in no man's land. Now it's Luis Suarez. Plays a sharp little ball here. Goes for a shot! No mistake! Finally, the deadlock is broken.
Well, you can see what it means to all of them. A frustrating game, but now they have what they wanted, and they're rightly pumped and ready to go again.
After 76
And a
minutes
trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips the...
Can he finish? Goal! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down.
And a chance! And it's there! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. That was easy, almost too easy.
Messi really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. 3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Short changes him with that pass. And this is Messi. He has a look up. And that is as far as it goes. Well, that was a shimmering, sizzling, scintillating game. The key characters glittered throughout and did what they did when required so to do. There could be only one outcome. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise
Hello,
of a
everybody,
match
and
that will
welcome to
really get the
today's
juices
match.
flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. Well, we're on the way. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Peter, I'll be looking out for the mischievous Danny Carvajal, because I think he brings a lovely balance down the flanks, and he's capable of going both ways. He's added that extra element as well of intelligence, where he's better at...
Cruyff! And he has kept it out somehow.
Cruyff is offering a wry smile there.
And we have our very first corner. Howson tries to clear. Madrid are looking to go forward now. He's away! Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. And that has been clubbed away. And here's Suarez. Goulet. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Oh, what a ball! Shoots! He's delivered all right! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. He's had a shot! It's in! They're level in a trice!
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less. Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Well, there's the clearance. And it's Valverde. That is a great pick out. That is good alertness. Xavi Alonso. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Xavi Alonso.
Colorado Springs really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
Making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence. Let's see if these...
Takes the shot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Cruyff really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
It's their second corner of the game. And he's taking no chances there. Strong running down that left flank. And now a sudden chance to counter. Not the best distribution from the keeper. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Valverde. Looking for options for movement. And that has been knocked clear. And he's got his cross in. Shapes to shoot! Decent enough try.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. Messi.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Now it's Messi. Cruyff. Vinicius Junior tries to pass it through.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Oh, important interception. And it's hoisted clear. And we've reached half-time. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, both sides would have expected a closely fought match, and that's pretty much what we've got so far. The early exchanges, I think, in this second half will be worth keeping an eye on to see if any adjustments have been made to change things.
That's been a decent 45 minutes. Competitive, certainly, and a goal
Substitution on the
each.
field. Number 6, Johan Cruyff. Number 5,
Madrid get the second half started.
Number 10, Messi. Coming on the
Well,
field.
the idea was a good one.
Number 17,
And the shot! They've scored!
Dependability is one thing, and he brings that to his game, but that sort of dynamism is another attribute he's blessed with, and it's revealed on a regular basis too. Superb.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, that's what the game...
Shot, surely! He's tried one! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Corner number 2 then. Here it is, crossed in.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Out for a throw. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Searching pass he's played there. Oh, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Well read, nice interception. 60 minutes played. And here's Rodrigo. Neither of these two want to come off second best. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. That's really well cleared. Tries to play it through. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Nicely aimed pass. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now it's Rodrigo. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Threads one in. He's having a shot! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Substitution on the field. Number 13.
Madrid have their third corner.
Coming on the field is number
Goulart
15,
plays it short.
Mateo.
And it's a poor one.
Substitution.
Nedved clears. Played out wide. Now there's a fine ball.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible. Takes a shot! And he hits the net! Two ahead, late in the day, game over surely. Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
So the lead now is 2.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that 2-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive.
Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Corner number 3 coming up. Up he goes! And it's there! And they are pulling clear here. He knows it's taken a big and very kind deflection, but he is claiming it nonetheless. So now the difference is 3.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Played out to the left flank. Now it's Bale. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Modric. Looking for the run. Oh, well measured. Lovely, now then.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Collier. A heavy challenge. It's run loose here. And it's Nedved. Oh, that's neat. Looking to go deep. He rises! Read the delivery beautifully, but got the finish all wrong. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic... Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. If you're just joining us, we are already underway.
Well, Peter, at this stage we often focus on the creative and goal-scoring talent, but I'm going to mention a defender in Lilian Thuram. As good as they come for me, very strong and athletic and competent in every other department you care to mention.
Just about the perfect defensive specimen. Can he finish? Cruyff! No one quite like him!
As openings go, this is up there. Another magnificent finish from Mr. Magnificent. This could be good, very good.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. It's a searching pass. Oh, it's come loose. Ambitious ball here. Bellingham. It's a goal kick. Can he get it through? Nedved? Nedved proves just a little bit too strong. And we have our very first corner. Cleared away. And now a sudden chance to counter. Mbappe. And it's Nedved. Referee has taken his time, but it is going to be another corner. Corner number 2 then.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. He has found the way through. Hangs one in.
Oh, how that cross missed everyone is an absolute mystery to me. It warranted a finishing touch.
Aimed beyond the defence. Maldini promptly onto that, and that is that. Now it's Mbappe. Now that looks a decent ball. Mbappe! He's through, now is he in? Nedved. Messi. Passing is crisp and sharp. Guti. In towards the back. Oh, smashing header! Oh, it's come off the upright. He scores! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
So that's 2 now without reply.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Guti. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. The message is clear, none shall pass. Tries to pass it through. And this is Cruyff. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. It's a good 30, 35 yards out, this.
Yeah, he may feign to shoot and just play it into the box.
Substitution for Indonesia. Number 9, Calvert-Lewin. Number 21, Guler. Coming on the field, number 15, Ekitike. Number 8, João Pedro.
Oh, he's pulled off a fine save.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
And there is the half-time whistle. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Colorado Springs really should be thinking about killing this off early in the second half, Peter. The boss will be demanding the same level of intensity from his team, so I'd expect to see the same positive intent after the break, the same purpose again.
It has been a remarkable contest, decorated by goals, and 2 between them at half-time. And that's the start of another 45 minutes. It's a pretty loose pass. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, super ball! He's had a shot! Goal! And the second half is off to a flyer. That was easy, almost too easy.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
We have got ourselves a game here.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play, because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
Oh, he's been bundled over. That is a foul. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card.
Well, not the best way to deal with it, but the old threat of pace clearly made him feel a tad uncomfortable.
Messi is eyeing up his options in the middle. Big header! Oh, it rattles the bar. Didn't quite get enough on that.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
That pass has been well intercepted. Lahm deals with that comfortably. Nedved. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Well, Jim, it is abundantly clear that the tone of this game has changed markedly within the last few moments. Big chance!
Indonesia really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Now it's Bale.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Van Dijk gets good distance on it. That is lovely. Lahm is wide and looking to get onto this. And he's managed to get free.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And here's Messi. Messi going face to face with his great rival.
Substitution for Indonesia. Number 16.
It's a good 30, 35 yards out, this.
Is number 22, Hadrian.
What a save by David Raya!
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals. Indonesia really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance.
And he shoots! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Indonesia. Number 13, Bellingham.
Desperate defending required here.
Yamal. Coming on the field, number 18, Yudis. Number 14, Nico Williams.
Maldini gets it away. And the shot!
Has been indicated.
Decent strike, kept it fizzing low. And this is Bale. And he's been shifted off it. Nicely weighted ball. And this is Messi. And he stands tall, impenetrable. And that's that. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning.
Please join
Well, after
me
all of
in
that,
wishing
Jim,
all
what are
the
you
best to
thinking?
members
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Now that's well seen too. And he's quick to snatch it back. And it's Ribery. Great vision. Lahm plays it in. In comes the corner. And we have our very first corner.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
It's a throw-in. Mbappe. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Cruyff! Oh, the keeper's equal to it.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
Ribery. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And he's managed to get free.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Colorado Springs clearly should have...
Yamal! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Cruyff. Now it's Ribery.
Colorado Springs are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? You need them to be very... And he shoots! Goal! Ajax! More or less by himself, as cool as you like.
Not even a hint of hesitation. That is such a cool finish.
Ajax are in front now, the game's only goal.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Now it's Mbappe. Rodri cuts it out. Yamal is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. And the pass is intercepted.
Okay, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Yamal. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Played out wide. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time because, in truth, they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
Substitution on the field. Number 18, Mbappe. Number
And we're off
13,
again.
Xabi Alonso.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
It's a mighty effort! Firm header, just off target.
He did so well there, it's just a shame about the accuracy.
Marmouche. Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. And this is Cruyff. Ribéry. That's tidy. Oh, played through for the wide man.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Now it's Puskás. Played out towards the right wing. Now it's Yamal. Yamal. Oh, such a clever touch. Almost an hour gone. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Puskás. Look at the shot at goal! They've done it! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. Was there ever any doubt?
Yeah, he always had the measure of the keeper, and there was very little doubt as to how this was going to end up.
Ajax are doing very nicely, thank you.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
He's picked his way through. Cross in, looks like a good one. It's their second corner of the game. And it's hoisted clear. Bergomi. Lahm. And he lines up a cross. Climbs up big! He scored! And they are dragging it back! Game on again! Pick that one out. It was a bullet.
That's terrific aggression, the way he attacked the ball.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Casillas claims it without any fuss.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
And he's heaved it away. And he's only too happy to take that back. And it's Cruyff. Played into the... Ribéry!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. Colorado Springs really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Oh, nicely intercepted. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Oh, that's a little loose. Yamal, cross to the back post. Guti. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, this was a game they could so easily have won on another day, but alas, that wasn't to be, and they go down by the odd goal. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, the game plan for me just looked a little confused, and the crowd seemed to pick up on this early on, and it just created a kind of negative vibe around the whole stadium, and I think this
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Well, as you can see, we've already started here. Well, there is no question that Eden Hazard, on his day, is one of the world's best, Jim. So how do you interpret the role he's been given here?
Well, we all know he's at his best when he's coming in from that left side, whether it's to drag people away and isolate them or to combine with central attackers. But he also often plays as a 10, as we know, in a free role.
And is that a new dimension to his game?
No, he's been at that for years, and he's just very good wherever he plants.
Mbappe! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Shot could be on. Shoots! Goal! And that is a goal worthy of universal appreciation. Even the opposing fans have to recognise the quality there.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
India finding themselves unexpectedly behind. And the pass is intercepted. And he's running through. He's had a shot! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Well, that was highly impressive. He went through them like a knife through butter, so that's raised an alarm or two.
It's a good spell of possession, this. And Cruyff!
He was berating his defence before making the save, and he's at it again now.
India trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. It's run loose here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. That is good alertness. Rijkaard. And it's Guti. Nedved.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Cruyff. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And they're quick to get it back. Rijkaard. Half-time getting close now. Hazard powering forward here. Pass is just off target. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Nedved conjures time and space where few can. And there's the end of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Some first half thoughts?
Colorado Springs really have looked very good in transitions, so I'll be expecting more of the same in this second half. They just need to remain patient and just wait for that chance to break again.
Leading 1-0 at the break.
Substitution on the field. Number 18, Mbappe. Number 6, Johan Cruyff. Coming on
There's the
field,
start of the second half.
Number 11,
A solitary goal. That has been the crucial difference. Oh, he's been caught napping. He gets big. Smashing delivery, just didn't do enough with it.
That definitely had the element of surprise to it. Clearly came in when no one was expecting it, and it was drilled.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. This is Peter Drury and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Now it's Luis Suarez. Now it's Cruyff. Now it's Messi. Oh, what a ball! Decent chance! Goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
So smooth. A signature finish.
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
Indonesia finding themselves unexpectedly behind. He's in space and looking for options. Big header! And he hits the net! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Indonesia grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
You've got to commend...
Mateus! It's bounced back off the post. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. And this is Cruyff. That's really well cleared. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Taken back almost at once. Can he get on the end of this? Indonesia claiming a corner, and the referee concurs. Indonesia with the corner, they're first. And the keeper beats it away. And now they can spring out of defence. And he's managed to get free. It'll be a throw-in. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now it's Cruyff, out towards the flank. Quick look, then plays it in. And he can clear it away. Now then, the ball's come loose. Threads one in. That has been cut short. Mateus. Xabi Alonso goes steaming forward. Lam. Pedro Neto. And it's hoisted clear. Cruyff plays a sharp little ball here. Cruyff, he's picked his way through. He's had a shot! He's done very well to get to that.
I think he's done great there.
Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break.
Substitution for Indonesia. Mbappe. Coming on to replace him is...
So once again, we're underway.
Colorado Springs are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his halftime team talk.
Good read, needed to be. Bale, a player who needs no introduction. Well, played right into his path. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Howson. Xavi Alonso. And it's Arda Güler. Now he's got space here. Real chance! And here's the chance to counter. Now it's Messi. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Luis Suarez. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Can he get it through? Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Now it's Messi. Now it's Bale. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. An instinctive delivery. And that should get the job done. He's tried one! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Substitution for Indonesia. Number 6.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Güler. Coming on the field.
Oh, looks like he's been taken out there. And he's heaved it away. Indonesia are looking to go forward now. Tries to pass it through. And he shoots! It's in! And the comeback is complete! A mere formality, nigh on a certainty. He is truly in the zone.
Oh, that's excellent composure, because the keeper put as much pressure on as he could by not committing sooner.
Indonesia take the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it. Indonesia surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
It's their second corner of the game. Oh, such a clever... Has a shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Raul. And he cuts out the supply.
Indonesia can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
Now it's Guti. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And the pass is intercepted. And time is up. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting this way and that. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. Well, we're on the way. It appears to be a 4-4-2 formation, Jim.
Reminders of a golden era in English football, I should add. And it continues to hold its place in the modern game.
And Messi! Oh, it's come off the upright. And he's straight offside. And it's Shevchenko. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Messi, well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Thuram promptly onto that, and that is that.
Now there's a player with a silky pass and a steely tackle.
Xabi Alonso.
Yeah, a midfielder renowned for his tremendous array of passes while offering his defence a solid shielding presence too.
Players don't come a whole lot better in his position, do they?
Not really, and not many can boast the same quality of performance either, Peter.
Can he get it through? And he's intervened well there. Azar.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Can he get on the end of this? No, not quite on the same wavelength. Hazard will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
And it's Lahm. Lahm plays it in. Messi.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Shevchenko! Oh, that's fabulous! He's got himself an absolute peach.
Forlan really played that return ball to perfection there, Peter. He knew the exchange was on and he put it on a plate for his teammate. That was just gorgeous.
Milan are in front now, the game's only goal.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
And Cruyff! Cruyff! No one quite like him! About as smooth as it gets. That is remarkable, all square in a matter of moments.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Back into the middle, and this is Nedved. He's had a shot! He's scored! A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
After 44 minutes is number 8, Pavel Nedved.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Now it's Messi. Cruyff. And he's managed to get free. And he shoots! A decent effort as the first half draws to a close. Well, what a comeback. Certainly I didn't see that coming, nor I think did many in this crowd. So we reach the halfway point.
Well, give me a moment to get my breath back. What a super half of football. Incident-packed, goals, comebacks, and the match being turned on its head. Which way it's going to go from here, it's anyone's guess.
Very little in it. The score at half-time is 2-1. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed Shevchenko! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Forlan goes steaming forward. Just about within shooting range. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. And here's Forlan. And he's been shifted off it. Nedved can so cleverly bypass the press. Oh, that's a fine interception. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Colorado Springs clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And here's Shevchenko! And he was there to get a vital touch.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Now that looks a decent ball. And this is Cruyff. Azar. Shevchenko. Luis Suarez. Oh, well played. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Colorado Springs clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Now it's Forlan. And no, that was never going to make it.
Milan really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Now it's Cruyff. And this is Luis Suarez. Messi! And yes, it's there! And surely that does it! Perfect time, decisive strike. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Messi demonstrated great strength.
He's gone for goal! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
Well, I think it's great. He's showing plenty of fight here. You want that to spread throughout the team now.
Corner number 2 then. Lam is there to clear. Tries from a long way out. Gave it a go, but off target.
Well, if they hope to have any chance of turning this round, they have to abandon their shoot-on-sight policy. It's just not working.
And smartly reclaimed. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, this looks sharp. Shevchenko.
That was lovely, that.
He's found a way through. And Shevchenko! Oh, the ball's run loose. He's having a shot! And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Now it's Cruyff. And that is as far as it goes. They are pumped. Boy, they're pumped. A tough win earned through the power of will. And this place is bouncing. Messi claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. What a turnaround. Victory from the jaws of defeat. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
There aren't many defenders, Peter, who assist more goals than...
And he's following up!
France definitely are on top of things in these early stages, Peter. If this is how they intend to go on, I think the opposition might see some trouble.
Ball's gone out of play. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. And he's forced to go back. Azar. Cruyff. Now it's Messi. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Gets a good foot in there. De Ligt makes the interception. Up towards the front line. And he's gone looking for safety. Nedved conjures time and space where few can. Knocks it into space. Decent chance! They've scored! The breakthrough strike! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Colorado Springs are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So the first goal of the game.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Almost half an hour in now. Stood up well to him there.
Colorado Springs really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
Making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence. Let's see if these forwards are up for it now.
De Bruyne. Oh, no joy this time. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Messi, he's found a way through. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. De Ligt cuts out the pass. Hazard. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. That ball looks a good one. Lahm has it in a wide position. And there's the end of the first half. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. How would you review the first half?
Well, this is when you need your players to step up, Peter. Be brave, see all that courage. They need to have a big start to the second half to give them some momentum. And they're not going to get that if they're being too risk-averse.
Leading 1-0 at the break.
Substitution on the field. Number 5, Suarez. Coming on the field is number 7,
That gets things going for the second half. A solitary goal. That has been the crucial difference. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. Vieira. Howson. And it's Azar. Now it's Inzaghi. Xavi Alonso. Cruyff. Lahm.
Oh, really well played.
Lahm is very much the model of the modern-day fullback.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Cruyff's cross. And he gets rid in a hurry. Now it's Inzaghi. No, he's not getting his way this time. Thuram. And it's Cruyff. Lahm looking to run onto it. Tries to get it clear. It's a pretty loose pass. Your impression so far, Jim?
They're ahead, but they're not playing as if they are. There seems to be more of an emphasis on protecting their lead than adding to it. It's all gone a little timid.
De Bruyne. Azar. That pass has been well intercepted. Olise. So much time and space here. Takes a shot! It's hit the crossbar. And the lead stays intact, just.
Oh, they really needed him to put that away.
Not the best distribution from the keeper. Tries to play it through.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Good running, strong and purposeful. Opts for safety. Lahm carries the ball down the right. Engages and forces him off the ball. And we have our very first corner. Oh, smashing header! He can get that clear. Messi's cross. And it's claimed by the keeper.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Can he get on the end of this? And the referee brings it to a close. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Messi taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so.
Please report to the staff room immediately.
So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, that was a hard-fought win with a defensive masterclass. They backed up their goal with a...
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
Tries a shot! It's in!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
So smooth. A signature finish.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs, and when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
Barcelona finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Albert Ferrer. Zanetti. And here's Mbappe. Oh, good-looking ball. Now it's Griezmann. Zanetti. Chiellini. Mbappe. Shot, surely! Oh, how's that for a goal? A finish right from the top draw. They're level in a trice.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
That's really well manoeuvred. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. It's a threatening ball. Mbappe! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Mbappe clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Barcelona with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. They've played it short. Mbappe! And this is Hazard. Hazard! Now, he's having a go! A real chance and a real let-off.
He just didn't catch that one right, and he knows it.
Vieira. And it's Xabi Alonso. He's through here. Xabi Alonso. That's really good defending. That's a sharp pass. Lam is very much the model of the model. It's Griezmann! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Now it's Griezmann. Half an hour played now. That's a cute ball.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by. And the shot! Goal! Barcelona! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward!
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
Barcelona take the lead.
Look, he's the one.
And the finish! Oh, taken with style. A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
A mere formality, nigh on a certainty. He is truly in the zone.
Yeah, he always had the measure of the keeper, and there was very little doubt as to how this was going to end up.
So all square, and not for the first time.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
And here's Mbappe. Now there's a Hazard! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Griezmann, very much a man of this moment. And the referee brings the first half to a close. High octane, high tempo, high scoring. That was quite a half of football. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides. Quite a half. More of the same, please. Score at the interval, 2-2.
Substitution on the field. Number 6, Johan Cruyff. Number
The
5,
second half then, just getting going.
Number 23, Griezmann. Coming on the field, number 17.
Pass somewhat off target.
Bale. Number 7, Jan Koller.
Well, it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Now it's Messi. Zanetti. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment. Chance for a shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Climbs up big, off the post. Firm header, just off target.
He did so well there, it's just a shame about the accuracy.
Messi. Xavi Alonso. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, red, nice interception. Vieira. And now the breakaway. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Bale gets into a good position. Mbappe does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Lahm cuts it out. And that's put paid to a promising move. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Hazard. Looking to play him in. Mbappe. That is a brilliant interception.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Oh, what a climb! It's there! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. A really thumping header, absolutely crashes it in.
That's terrific aggression, the way he attacked the ball.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, I think you can write this lot off at your peril. It's been a joy to watch them hold themselves right back into it. Now, can they hang on?
And he's there to belt it away. And it's Xavi Alonso.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Shapes to shoot! It's a goal! 2 ahead, late in the day, game over surely. As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
It's shocking, the ease with which he was able to get into the space, and a player of his quality was highly unlikely to miss that.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see their more experienced.
Oh, what has happened here?
Such good technique.
And we're done. So the winners bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort. Fall behind they may have done, but they were having none of that. Terrific recovery, a really fine win that, Jim Beglin.
This has been a very composed response when trailing. There was no sense of anxiety, just a belief to stick to the game plan and stick together. And it's been a very impressive turnaround.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening.